Sup, putos?
Hey everybody, forgot how to do it. Welcome to the PutoTech show. I'm your co-host Enrique, with me is Miguel. We're here to talk about stuff. Not
Tech.
Not Apple today. Right?
Finally, for the first
We
time.
have no Apple news today.
Yep.
Really surprising. Anyway, if you haven't seen this before, PutoTech show is the tech show for nmftv.com and PutoTech.com.
Yeah.
I think we should just get into it.
All right.
The first thing I wanted to mention was the Xiaomi Mi3
Okay.
launching in the Philippines. Did you hear about this?
Yes, via Lazada, correct?
Via Lazada, but I was wondering, is that the only way we can get it, Lazada?
Well, that's what we know. We don't know though.
I am not wearing a mic. I'm not wearing a mic right now. Anyway, so the news came out and they say you can get it for 10,000. How much? 10,000.
10,599.
10,599.
So basically
for
10,600 pesos via Lazada. And what do you think about the phone?
I think for that price and that phone, that's like a really amazing deal, actually. One of the better deals. My only issue with this phone really is that it doesn't have access to the Google Play Store on the outset. You can
install it.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to root it.
Yeah, there are ways to get it on there.
Yeah. But how about having a dragon in your pocket?
Oh my god. I don't know. Well, actually, you know what? There's how many phones have dragons these days?
In their pockets. Yeah,
so
but
that's not exactly a unique
marketing.
thing.
The marketing of these companies, those companies don't really say it
a
that
dragon
way.
in your pocket.
Yeah, dragon in your pocket.
First time I've ever heard
Basically,
that.
it just means it uses a Qualcomm Snapdragon 800, clocked at 2.3 gigahertz.
The
So, yeah.
Adreno GPU, 2 gig RAM. And
Well, it's nothing really special. I mean, right? It's
for the price it is.
yeah, for the price it is, but
10,000
having
bucks?
Snapdragon at that resolution, I mean at that frequency,
Yeah.
it's fairly normal.
But like that, the package, the tech
Yes.
package that you're getting for that price, I think is kind of crazy that they can go that low.
They are what do you call this? They manufacture their own thing, right?
I think so, yeah.
So that's why they're
That's-
able to bring the price down.
That's probably why. And then has a 5-inch IPS display, full HD, 13 megapixel camera. What else? Battery. That's
okay.
never a.
Like all other Android devices, here's my question: updates.
This is. I think it's their own forked version of Android. It's the MIUI.
Okay, so does that mean when Google releases an update for Android,
They say that
They
they
will have
are
it right away?
constantly working on updates, but you
but
know.
everyone is.
True.
That's my thing.
But the thing with this is, it's kind of like Amazon with Fire OS. Like even if Google did release, the next the next Android, that doesn't necessarily affect them too much because they're doing their own thing. That's the reason why they don't have the Google Play Store.
Unless it's a game changer. You know what? If Google's next version of Android
Yeah,
is like includes a game changing
like API or something.
something,
Yeah.
then they're gonna be late to the game, right? That's my only thing really about Android.
Well, I wouldn't say that about because with Xiaomi we don't know,
Yeah, we don't know yet.
right?
Yeah, I'm just
Assuming.
because like most other Android phones, if they're not Google phones, I'm not.
It's gotten better with KitKat.
I don't like having a device that's OS has been updated by the OS maker,
Right.
but because of manufacturer issues or carrier issues or whatever,
Can't be updated.
you can't. And being supported for only 18 months by
Right.
some manufacturers, I don't get it. Why don't they just do the whole 2 years
Just
thing?
make it 2 years, right?
Make it 2 years because most people's contracts last for 2 years,
I think they should change that.
right?
But
It's simple. Just add 6 more months.
with KitKat though, that should improve because that was the whole idea behind
Yeah.
KitKat, right? But anyway, back to the phone. This is a very easy to recommend phone, I think. Did
Yeah.
you just run out of battery?
No. It does this sometimes.
Okay, but I would recommend it. The only thing that's holding me back is the Google Play Store because if it had that by default, then this would be I would say don't buy a Galaxy S5 even, or don't buy this other phone. You save like what? This is a third of the price of those phones.
But you're gonna lose all those features,
Like
the swipe without touching.
Or
that's later on.
Or the knock.
Yeah, the knock.
Yeah, but yeah, I would recommend this phone easily to anybody, right?
But which phone would you rather recommend?
This or the Amazon Fire
the
phone?
Amazon Fire phone. Yeah,
that's a good question actually.
The Amazon Fire phone, for people that don't know, it was announced
last night here, Philippine time, around 2 a.m. 1:30.
Yeah, 1:30 a.m. and you and I
were
both online. Not in the same place, but we were chatting.
Following a live blog.
Because there was no live stream.
But they released the video after. Did you know?
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
I think.
Have you?
No.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I don't get that. Like
the way it worked last night, though, was we were both following The Verge.
The Verge live blog.
And we were just waiting for that to
update.
We were waiting for them to type and press enter.
He types pretty fast.
He did, yeah. And I like how the side comments are kind of funny.
Funny, yeah. It was a good live blog, but I don't get why they would release a video after and just not do a live stream.
Maybe they weren't too sure about their infrastructure.
Amazon, they own AWS,
I know,
right? I mean,
exactly.
They power the internet.
Exactly.
Like a big chunk of it.
Well, I don't know then. Hopefully next time Amazon does that. At one step at a time. Right?
Right.
Because before they didn't even have a recorded video.
Yeah, that's true.
So now they're releasing the recorded video after. So maybe next time we're gonna see a live stream. Because I felt, remember last night when before we started watching, you were telling me no, there was no live stream. I was telling you, how come?
Yeah.
They probably have the infrastructure. They're capable. This is not a small announcement.
This is one of their biggest announcements.
It is.
Ever.
It's huge. This is basically like the first iPhone. Right. So. Okay. Well, anyway, enough of that. Let's go to the meat.
The actual phone. You know what I wanted to do? I was thinking, why don't we go through the actual live blog? I mean, I was thinking, instead of running down through all the specs, why don't we do it
the live
in
blog,
order?
Yeah, the way Amazon, Jeff himself.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos himself presented the whole event. I was surprised to see him do this because I've seen some Samsung and Microsoft.
They hire other people.
They hire
they
other
always
people.
have a section where the lead.
My thing is, I guess it's because it's so. Steve Jobs is such a difficult. It's difficult for other other companies to have like a Steve Jobs, like a CEO who could present that way. But you, based on photos you were seeing last night, thought
he was calm and collected, and they said it in the live blog. That's what it sounded
and it was funny because I remember sending you a message. Hey, you could tell that he was calm and collected via photos.
Apparently he was. I was just looking at all the different pictures, and I think he seemed calm and collected. I even saw another tech journalist tweet like very Jobs-esque in the beginning.
I thought so too, except for the sport jacket. And
of course.
Jobs would have been a
turtleneck. Even Tim
and jeans.
We're going towards Apple now. I was gonna mention Tim Cook's little uniform right now is the polo with the
and he wears that all the time.
Right.
Well, anyway, Bezos. I think based on at least the photos that we saw, because we haven't seen the video, right?
Yeah.
I think he did a pretty good job. I mean, based on what we've read as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you find it?
I think, they started off by mentioning their ecosystem, right?
Yes.
How they have Amazon
Which is
Prime
huge.
and all
it's
these
huge.
things.
They have music, they have books, they have movies, they have a lot.
And I think that's a big reason why the phone is actually compelling, because it has that ecosystem to back it. Sort of like with the iPhone, right? You have the App Store and iCloud and all that stuff. But the thing is, my issue is, when we're talking about Philippines, none of that really matters,
It's
right?
non-existent. Unfortunately, in the Philippines, we do not have local Amazon.
You're right.
So even if we can use our cards, our credit cards to buy things from Amazon US, we're gonna have to wait for the shipping, and shipping is crazy expensive.
And it's through third parties.
You know, and sometimes all I need really is a small RAM upgrade,
like a little stick or something.
a little stick, yeah, which comes out really so much cheaper than the local stores here. The thing is, you add the shipping, then it's crazy,
Right.
right?
So yeah, back to the phone. I think it's pretty impressive.
How's the
overall.
name?
I thought Firefly would have been cool if
If Firefly was the name,
was the phone, and then the Firefly feature, which we'll talk about
Yeah.
later, was called something else,
yeah,
right?
Firefly would have sounded like a good brand.
Something like that.
Because Firephone, I think, is, you know, it's
But it fits
yeah, because of the
they've done the
Kindle
Fire TV.
and then the Fire TV. Though, isn't that confusing?
Because why is there a Kindle?
No, why didn't they do it Fire Kindle?
I think Kindle, they just want to keep that there because that was their e-reader and they built a brand around that. So they want to continue that with their tablets. And then the Fire TV and the Fire Phone, they don't really have any connection with Kindle reading.
Yeah.
Doesn't really connect that way.
No, but what I mean is where the placement of the word Fire.
Oh, right.
Because it's Kindle Fire.
Why not Fire Kindle?
Yeah.
Maybe it should be
Because we have
Fire
Fire Phone, and then we have Fire.
I guess because they've traditionally been
Fire
called
TV.
Kindles. Like they call it Kindle White,
Yeah,
Kindle whatever. Then that's why they put the Fire at the end.
So why didn't they do it TV Fire and Phone Fire?
Or Fire. But yeah, I get you though. But Fire Phone not bad.
This is just a branding thing for me.
Yeah. I get you.
You know, but
But
okay.
I actually thought about this morning, like in the shower. I was like, why Fire Phone? Like flipping it.
Exactly.
But overall, it's not bad. It all fits.
Yeah, it does, and it honestly, it rolls out
Off the tongue.
of the tongue
Fire Phone?
better than Phone Fire.
The Phone Fire is horrible. Phone Fire is really bad. But Firefly as a phone
Firefly works.
would have been cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, Fire Phone, that's what it's called. It looks like an iPhone and a Moto X, like squished.
To me, it looks like an iPhone 4 or 4S because
Right.
they look alike, right? Glass front, glass back.
Glass back.
Though it's an iPhone 4 or 4S with the
With
the free rubber.
what do you call it?
Yeah, those
Bumper.
Yeah, the bumper that they had
Bumper.
to give free because of the antenna gate.
But
issue.
it's not as thick.
It's not.
Right.
It's not. Yeah.
And it's 4.7 inches, so it's more of the size of a Moto X.
This is Gorilla Glass 3.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
And they even
Good.
mentioned it, 4.7 optimized for one-handed use.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that's really going to be the new, 4.7 is the new 3 or the new 4,
Yeah.
right? I think that's going to be the standard, except for Samsung
Yeah, Samsung just
And-
likes to go big.
and LG. And
LG.
in some cases, Sony.
Your favorite phone.
It's a really good phone. They say that the brightness is really good, 519 nits, is that?
I don't know.
They always make a big deal about the Kindles being like easy to read outside.
But
Same
then
with the Kindle Fire, right?
The thing with the Kindle though is you can't the Kindle the older Kindle,
Yeah,
the Kindle Paperwhite and the Kindle
yeah.
those didn't have backlight.
It was just an e-ink
It was
display.
the e-ink display really the purpose the way you use it is you'd have to have your own light to be able to read it.
Yeah.
In total darkness, there's nothing.
Like a Game
and
Boy.
that's the reason why under the sun, under the really really bright sun, you could read it. It's like a book.
Yeah.
It's like paper.
Like paper.
With the Fire though, it's not as readable.
True. But for me, I'm just thinking that they've put so much importance into being able to read it outside.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this phone's probably going to perform better than most phones. I'm just giving them the benefit
like
of the
maybe
doubt.
the iPhone, right?
Right, because they just make it such a such a focus.
The iPhone for me sometimes when afternoon sun,
Yeah.
it's difficult to read, right?
And when you do
You
that,
have
it probably kills your battery
Yeah.
much faster. Anyway, they also say it's fast, and
Mhm.
comments during the presentation, the live blog, they were saying from the bits and pieces that they saw of moving around the UI, it looks like it's snappy.
Is this a dragon in your pocket?
I'm not sure if it's a dragon in your pocket. Let me, I'm curious. Is it a dragon in your pocket? Let me check it out.
Okay.
Snapdragon. It is a dragon.
It is
in
a
your
dragon in your pocket. It's the exact same processor. Snapdragon 800.
2.2. Is that the exact clocked same? No, by
Oh,
lower.
2.3.
Oh, Amazon skimping. 2 gig RAM.
No,
Okay.
but it could be just the clocking.
Yeah.
Right? It could be the exact same chip. It's just that Mi3,
Mi3.
right? Mi3 decided to up the clock speed by 0.1.
Yep.
So it may be the exact same one. So yeah.
Probably the same one. And then the camera, 13 megapixels. Nothing really special, but they did point out that it takes better pictures than the S5 and the 5S. Like they showed those two. They showed them three side by side.
The problem though is the image that we saw is a photo of a projected image.
Right.
And so we don't know how whoever took this photo exposed for the photo. So in this picture we see.
Oh, that page. That is not of the.
Oh, there you go. So
That's
what you guys are seeing right now is the actual photo. So yes, it does look a lot better. The Fire Phone in the center looks a lot better. The iPhone 5S, do you consider that noisy? I think
From here,
when you go.
When you look at the sky,
Yeah,
yes.
it is noisy.
But
then again, it depends on where you're exposing.
yeah, and with iOS 8, you'll be able to switch that around,
Okay,
right?
here's the thing. You see, with the way I'm seeing it right now, in the middle is the Fire Phone.
Yeah.
If you look at the ground, you'll see that it's been smoothed out.
Oh, so you think
This is it has the hardware or the software does noise reduction. You can see that there's less detail.
right?
Whereas the iPhone 5S has all the grit of the
A
ground.
little sharper, right?
Yeah, it is sharper and you see there's more detail. That's why it's more noisy.
I see.
So there you go. That's the photography going on. Yeah, so well,
I don't think this little comparison here is
No, and not only that, I think photos, comparing photos between phones nowadays,
yeah.
modern phones, of the better quality smartphones, I think they're basically really similar.
Yeah.
One is better at one thing, the other is better at the other. Like for example, Nokia has all the megapixels. iPhone has the iPhone has always had great quality cameras. I mean, right? What was this? The one that released the Litro effect one.
HTC.
Yeah, HTC has that. You pick your focus.
Ultra pixel or something.
Yeah, the two cameras, right?
Yeah.
And so this phone I think has its own thing.
We
So-
probably have to wait till reviews come out.
yeah,
and then people test it with.
Yeah, we
all
have to
sorts of-
remember though that these photos are probably prototype,
Right.
right? So we don't know yet how it's going to be at the end. Maybe engineers of this phone will hear this show and they'll say, "Oh yeah, Miguel said there's too much post-processing going on."
Or they're really watching everybody. If that's the case. The next thing they said was they have the.
They're like one of the 3 people watching.
Are there 3 people watching right now?
Yeah, the show. Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
great.
I'm
Okay.
just guessing.
Hello, 3 people.
Maybe 1.
There's a dedicated camera button. This kind of confused me because I saw if you go to their Amazon page where they're showing off the phone, it says that it's a dedicated camera button / Firefly. When I watched the presentation, my impression was there are buttons on both sides. One would be the camera, one would be Firefly. So.
No, I think it's just one. I think it's
think it's
under
one?
the volume rocker.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and I think the way that will work is regardless of what you want to do, you take a picture, it gets the photo, it's done. And then whether you want it to be processed by Firefly,
But then how would that work with the UI?
maybe just after taking the photo, because their main point is they want you to be able to pull out your phone and press a button
Yeah.
and it will take a photo right away. Like for example, if you're in a car,
Yeah.
someone else is driving, of course. Hopefully you don't do this while you're driving. You pull out your phone, you see a sign, you take a photo.
But that's the thing though. When you use Firefly, based on what they showed with the demos, it immediately recognizes the object, right?
Yes.
So if it were to be the same button, what if I just want to take a picture and it recognizes the item? And I press the button, it'll be like Firefly.
No. I think the way it works is when you pull it out and you press it, it turns on the camera feature,
Okay.
right? And then you can take right away,
Yeah.
right? So
And then how do you do the Firefly part?
because
of
you
it?
already have the photo, it can process now. It can process that photo for Firefly.
Oh no!
I think that's the way it works.
But did you watch the videos?
No, I haven't.
When they showed Firefly working, it's like using your viewfinder.
Okay, so maybe. Okay, here's an idea.
Hold for
I guess it's hold
Firefly.
for Firefly.
And press.
Press for photo.
Or vice versa.
Whatever.
Right? But
No, you don't want to press and hold for photo.
Right.
You just want to press.
That's probably it.
That's probably it.
Doing lots of
Yeah.
guessing here. I think we're right.
Yeah, you know what?
We'll find out later.
Until we have a phone, until we have it in our hands, which I don't think would be anytime soon because, like I said, Firefly would be. No. Okay, let's skip. Let's go.
Let's get to that. Another one of the highlights, right, was they announced that it would have free unlimited photo storage.
Oh my
That's
golly!
huge.
This is what we both wanted Apple
To
to
announce,
say during WWDC.
because they announced this whole new iCloud Photos initiative, right? And we were thinking, perfect time to do something.
Yeah,
like
and we
that.
were so excited until the price.
It was ridiculous. Like I'm not going to
It's the
pay
same.
for it.
It's the same price. So you're basically gonna have to buy all your storage.
Right. And what Amazon is doing is just saying, just whatever. It's just free.
It's free.
That's it. Unlimited.
We can afford it.
Right.
So can Apple.
I know.
Right?
So
but Apple didn't do it. So
head
Amazon
scratcher there. That was a really good move. I really like
super.
that.
Yeah.
Because imagine that you buy your Fire phone and you just don't think about it.
Do you know
anymore.
it's such a hassle for me? Like every 2 months, I have to connect my phone to my computer
and then
just to
sync those.
copy all the photos, then delete it from the phone,
What you could do.
and then reset my
The photo
cloud
stream?
backup. Yeah, the photo stream cloud backup, right?
you have to do that
Just so I have
manually.
more space.
I get you.
It's irritating.
One thing you could do though is enable what do you call that? Auto backup of Flickr, and then use that to back up your iOS photos.
Does it back up full resolution?
I'm not sure. I'll have to double check.
That's important.
Yeah, I have a feeling it does with Flickr. Anyway, the next thing is they pointed out how
No,
Apple.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My problem with all that cloud storage, cloud backup.
Yeah.
Like for example, I use iCloud currently, and it syncs to my computer via Aperture, which will also work with iPhoto, right?
Yeah.
My problem with that is it does not include the videos.
Oh, it does.
It's just the photo. So I still need to connect it to get
for
the
the
videos.
videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
be careful about that, guys. The last thing you want is to think that it automatically backs up your videos as well. It does not.
That's a good tip. But you know what? If I were Amazon and Apple, I would just say like photos, videos, whatever, unlimited.
Yeah, just go.
Right.
Well, the video thing is kind of scary though.
With a cap or something.
Yeah, like what
For
if I
like a
decide
really-
to do a 2-hour video, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Storing all that.
With maybe like some sort of reasonable cap.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Anyway, the next thing they mentioned, I don't think we didn't talk about the speakers. They did say it was stereo speakers.
Wait.
Dolby.
I think that's important though.
You think so?
You have to remember.
But they're not front facing though, right?
Who are they targeting?
The Amazon
Who are they competing against?
customers, the iPhone,
The iPhone.
right?
And the iPhone speakers.
Are pretty crap.
No, not only that. It's
It's
mono.
like yeah, it's just one.
It's
right?
mono.
Yeah, because the other side.
Okay, so guys, switch. So you see these two? You would think this is left and right, right? No.
If you cover one,
One is the mic,
yeah.
one is a speaker.
The left is the mic, right?
Yes.
And the right is speaker.
So
You'll figure that
no,
out.
this is not
Stereo.
stereo.
It is on the iPad
Yes,
because that has a
because it's so much bigger.
right and it has a pinhole for
Yeah.
a mic. Anyway, this one.
So that's
stereo
important,
speakers.
I think.
It should be better, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Apple's will improve because of Beats.
We'll see.
Get some bass in there.
Let's see what some Beats Power can do.
And another dig at Apple. They showed off Apple's earphones and how they
Yep.
always get tangled, and then they showed off.
And I do hate it.
Yeah, me too. And actually, no, I figured out a way to lessen that.
Yeah,
Just
but
wrap it in a circle.
dude, you have OCD.
True, that's true. But yeah, they're earphones. They're black, and good job, Pico, for pointing that out. They're black. They're magnetic, and they should minimize or eliminate.
You know what? I have
tangles.
my favorite pair of earphones right now.
RHA.
No.
Okay.
Guess what?
What? The Apple.
Coloud.
What's that? I don't even know what that is.
The brand is Coloud. It's in ear. It's their cheapest model.
How much?
$950 from Beyond the Box. $950, and it has the flat wire.
So it won't get tangled.
Yes, plus it has this. I'm sorry, I don't have it with me. You know the jack.
Yeah, the jack.
The jack, right? The jack is an L shape.
I'm not a fan of L shape, but okay.
Hold on. The jack is an L shape, and here, down here, there's a hole. So when you, here you go. Borrow this. This is not mine. Mine is black and red. Oh no, mine's black and gray. So here you go. You see this? See this bit?
All
And
right.
then there's a hole right there.
What's the hole for?
So what you do is you roll this up, and then after you roll it up, you put it in there, and you lock it up.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
See? Good for your OCD.
I might buy one of those.
Yeah, and it's $950 and it sounds good.
Sounds good. Way better than the Apple.
The earbuds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it better. It has more bass, but it's not as bassy as
Beats.
Beats. It has more bass, it has more mids, it has more of the high frequencies as well. It's not they're not monitor speakers, meaning it's not a flat response
Right.
monitor, but it sounds really well, and it's really affordable. And you see this, Apple should learn from this flat cable. You know why? Because this thing doesn't get destroyed easily. You know how Apple's it starts from here.
Yep.
It starts getting
I've had a
and
bunch
from
of those.
here. These things last.
And it has a mic and volume controls.
No,
Or just volume
that's the
controls.
problem. It only has the answer. Sorry, it's super small. What happened?
Only has the answer button.
It only has the answer button. Doesn't have the volume.
And it has a mic though.
It has a mic.
Okay, that's not so bad. But
Yeah, for $950.
would have been great though if it had volume.
Yes, it did. It would have. Oh, but you know what? I've tried Klipsch brand earphones. Those things are crazy expensive. These sound not too far from those. So if you don't have like a 12,000 peso budget for your earphones,
Get that 950.
get these
What
$950
brand? What do you call it again?
Coloud.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Let's get back to.
to
No.
Amazon.
The reason why I talked about this is because, as people saw earlier, Amazon did this. The flat
It's
cable.
flat also.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing are the stuff that we can't use, basically.
Yeah. Let's talk about it
Right.
a bit, just so people know, or maybe we're lucky enough to have viewers from the Americas.
Because I was reading up on how you would use it outside the US. If you want to stream video and music, you need to physically be in the States
yeah, because of IP filtering.
because of IP. But if
But
you want to buy like
you
music
know,
apps,
people can get.
there are ways.
Yeah,
right?
there are ways.
then-
Especially, I'm sure people who watch this show most probably know how to do this.
Right.
This stuff.
But the whole idea is for it to be like very like frictionless, very easy,
Yes.
and having to go through those hoops kind of
So yeah,
defeats the purpose.
basically,
some.
there are two places in the United States where you can easily get media that you want, like movies, TV shows, and music.
Amazon or iTunes.
That's Amazon and iTunes, and that's where.
Or Netflix, but that's streaming.
No,
That's
yeah,
different.
that's different. That's a whole another story. But in terms of having ownership, I mean, selling of these,
Right.
plus ease of buying. One click purchasing.
Yep.
Amazon
Amazon
and
and iTunes, right? And apparently it'll work.
Amazon, come to the Philippines.
Unsurprisingly, it works really well with the Fire TV. Like,
Oh yeah, of course.
right? They say you can like what was the word? You can fling video.
Yeah,
from
like
your,
AirPlay.
kind of like AirPlay, and then it has all that second screen stuff. Basically, all the stuff we saw with the tablet. Right?
Hopefully, though, they use what do you call this? Like the technology that Nintendo is
The
using.
Mira, but Nintendo's is like proprietary.
Yeah, it's proprietary. It's their own. But like the Vita being a controller and the screen for the PS4.
Right.
Right. That technology. I hope it's that flawless.
Speaking of that, by the way, I'm
Like
pretty
Beamer.
sure I really love Beamer.
I do love Beamer.
Pretty sure that the Vita implementation, well, it's good. It's not as good as Nintendo's, because Nintendo's, they were saying before they released it, one of their focuses was like low latency, right?
Yes.
Because it's really important for their games, like Mario, those jumps. And
Yeah,
all
you
that
can't
stuff.
you can't have latency, because the moment you have latency, you're gonna miss a jump.
And they're right. Like
It's all timing.
I was even comparing it. There's pretty much no latency,
Yeah,
and with the Vita there is.
Although, of course, the thing is, Sony they have a disadvantage here. They do not have any proprietary.
Oh, they do now.
Oh, they do now.
Gaikai, the streaming,
Uh-huh.
their team is the one working on that feature. So
But
do.
they had no help from Intel,
I don't think so.
and Nintendo had help from.
I can't remember.
Yeah, someone
it-
helped them,
Yeah,
right?
they
Someone
worked
helped
together.
them.
With
They worked
somebody.
together to make that flawless, and so I think that the disadvantage is there. Sony's not really like they're not a network, Wi-Fi network company like maybe who bought.
But Nintendo isn't either. It's just that
No, but
Nintendo's
Nintendo
is-
had a partner.
right, and for Nintendo, it's such a
Was
fundamental
it Qualcomm?
part. I think it might have been.
Yeah, I think it was Qualcomm.
Nintendo's is like such a key part of their system. The Vita thing is just like, if you have a Vita, then that's cool,
Yeah.
right? Anyway, back to the Fire Phone.
If you have a Vita, then you can play your PlayStation 4
Yeah,
in the restroom.
Or your Wii U. I tried
Yeah.
that. Prime Music, they mentioned it again. Over 1 million songs. Nowhere as big as Spotify, but if you have Prime, right, it's pretty useful.
Yep. Wait, 1 million songs?
It says their line is over 1 million songs to download or
So,
stream for free.
If you compare Prime Music to iTunes Radio, what's the what
I
are
have
the,
no
the
idea,
numbers?
because iTunes Radio is more like Pandora,
Yeah,
right? And Prime Music is
You
more
can't-
like,
you can't pick.
it's not like on-demand streaming.
Yeah. So Prime Music is more similar to Spotify.
To Spotify with a very, very small,
Yeah, because Spotify has like 20.
20 plus million.
20 plus
and this is
million.
over 1 million, but they just started, and this is more like a
No,
bonus.
no, and come on. This we are talking about Amazon. If
Yeah.
there's anyone that can,
Build that.
get the good deal, it would
It's,
be Amazon.
It's them.
Can you imagine if the recording companies don't give Amazon a
Right.
deal? Remember what they just did to
With the
the
publisher?
books. Yeah, they
Did you
can
see
do
that Apple discounted that publisher's
Oh,
books?
those really?
Yeah. So it's like, oh,
Okay.
kind of messing with Amazon here.
Okay.
Anyway, back to this one. What was I gonna say? With Spotify, you buy it for that. This is
Yes.
more of like an added bonus to your Prime membership.
So it's free. With
It's part of Prime.
Yeah.
And people aren't gonna buy Prime for Prime Music. It's just that it's more of, you have Prime already.
Are you a Prime subscriber?
No, that would be completely useless for me.
I was.
Oh, you were?
I was for 2 weeks.
And you were because of the free trial.
The free trial.
And what did you do with the Prime membership?
I got 2 days free shipping.
And what did you actually?
Yeah, I got it.
It came here.
No, to the States. I had it sent to someone who was gonna come back.
Okay, I thought like in
And
2
I-
days.
Yeah, because it was free and I had no use for it anyway.
Yeah.
So whatever, let's just do that.
I thought you meant you were in the Philippines and it
No,
came
no,
here
no.
in 2 days, because I'm gonna get Prime.
Okay, yeah.
if it
Speaking of
does that.
Amazon, the nice thing about Amazon, really, even if you, for example, buy a book on
Yeah.
Amazon, like my wife, my wife now,
Current wife.
no, my wife now, who was my girlfriend back then.
Okay.
She bought Lord of the Rings, the book.
The actual, not an ebook.
No,
the book.
the heavy book, the one that looks like a Bible,
Yeah,
with the one that looks really old.
I saw that.
So she bought it via Amazon. She had it shipped to the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, they said there are 2 weeks to deliver. So okay, 2 weeks. 2 weeks came. book wasn't around. So my wife sent them an email. Then girlfriend sent them an email and said, "Hey, the book hasn't arrived. Is there anything we can do? Whatever, right?" And they replied right away. You know what they said?
What?
"Oh, we'll send you another. Sorry about that."
Wow.
So they sent us another. The next day,
The other one arrived.
the first one arrived.
So you
2
had
weeks later,
the second
the other
one.
one arrived. And then so my wife, as soon as the second one arrived, my wife goes, "I have two now.
She emailed them.
Yeah, how do I send one back?" You know what they said?
Just keep it
Just keep it.
for free. She didn't
For
have
free.
to add anything.
That is service. Hey, Filipino companies, service.
Yeah, they mentioned that in the conference, right? Like they really emphasized that they want to build customer trust.
Yeah, speaking of service,
Right.
Mayday.
Mayday, that's really
Okay,
cool.
so what's Mayday for the people that don't know?
So Mayday is basically their customer helpline, but like supercharged.
It's like Zero
What is
on
it?
the telephone.
Yeah.
Operator.
But
You press that and you get someone who will assist you.
in less than 10 seconds, in around 10 seconds.
And whether your question is about the phone, the Fire TV, whatever, Amazon,
they'll help you with that. And the cool thing is,
Even if you just want to buy something that you can't find,
right,
they'll help
and
you.
they'll control your device
Yeah.
remotely.
Yes.
And sometimes they'll even sing happy birthday for you.
Yeah.
I read, because remember we were talking about, I
Oh,
wonder-
wait, but did you know that they'll have a problem with happy birthday?
Why?
Because it's copyright.
Is it?
Someone owns the
Are you
copyright.
serious? Happy
Yeah, yeah.
birthday?
Oh, yes.
That's
So when it's
weird.
your birthday or my birthday, please don't sing. I don't want to
Happy
get
birthday?
into trouble.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Yeah.
So, okay, example. I'm just a guy. I'm uploading a YouTube video of my family singing happy birthday.
Yep.
I'm going to get in trouble.
You're gonna get in trouble by way of either your video gets pulled down
Yeah.
off of YouTube, or whoever owns the copyright
Yeah.
will make money off the ads shown.
Even if it's just like a
Doesn't
mom,
matter.
like a little kid singing happy
It
birthday
doesn't
to their
matter.
grandpa.
It doesn't matter.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, that's
So if
that's
you're gonna
new.
use "Happy Birthday," that particular song,
Yeah.
"Happy Birthday" in any of your videos that you upload on YouTube, you're gonna
It's
get flagged.
copyrighted.
You're gonna
What
get
the-
flagged.
Okay, that's crazy. Back to Mayday though. I read this article. Remember?
Okay, Logical Chaos just sent me a tweet. "I know that big book is called a hardbound book." I'm so sorry, I couldn't remember a while ago.
Is that what you were thinking
I was
of?
trying to say hardbound.
What were you saying?
That big heavy
the
book.
big heavy book. The big hard book. What was the thing about Mayday? We talked about how maybe people will like troll the service.
Yeah, no. First, my question was, how many people are there, right?
Working at Mayday.
Working at Mayday. Can you imagine how many of moms and dads and grandpas, grandmas
Yeah.
would have questions because they don't know how to get from this to how to turn this on, how to turn this off, whatever, with their phones or
Would
whatever.
they be able to keep up with the demand, right?
Yeah. Well, and I wonder if these are subcontracted, maybe in the Philippines or India or whatever. How many people do they have?
Well, they're probably not gonna like reveal that, right? But I did read this article about how people ask for the happy birthday thing. Sometimes they ask the Mayday people on dates, like they hit on them and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's all these weird stuff going on. So it's exactly what we thought. People do use it for weird things. And where were we? Where were we in the Amazon part? Mayday,
Yeah, Mayday,
right?
yeah.
So that's cool. It's on their phone, it's on their tablet, and
Next is
the big one,
the
Firefly.
Firefly, yeah.
Another highlight, which I think is the name of the phone, Firefly. I still think that should be it. Firefly is basically what they've been doing with their scanning, right?
Mhm.
Except
They did this before,
they've done it twice. Actually.
but it didn't work.
The first one didn't work. The second
I
one,
had the app and
tried it?
I just deleted it.
because it
'cause
never
it didn't
worked.
I didn't know anything I took a picture of.
And the second implementation I heard was actually cool. And then this third one is like now they're gonna say everything, right?
Yes. Currently, they have how many in their database? Was there like a million? Did they say a million?
Somewhere here. Let me look for it.
Okay.
Over 100 million items.
Oh, wow. Okay, over 100 million items in their database. So basically, what this means is they've taken photos, or their database has more than 100 million items that it will be able
To recognize. Well, let's explain what Firefly is for
Yeah,
other
so
people.
basically you take a picture of something, or not a picture, like you point your phone, your camera's phone, on something, like for example this one, and it will tell you basically what it is.
It'll tell you
give
what
you
it
more
is,
details.
and it'll give you easy ways to buy it. Like it'll be one click away
Oh,
from
of course,
Amazon.
that's the Amazon thing, right?
Yeah, I think The Verge was the one that said it. They created like the best. Oh, I want to buy this thing machine.
Yeah, and in
Right.
fact, if you remember yesterday, I was telling you, this is a phone that I wouldn't want my wife to have.
She can just point at stuff.
Yeah, she'll just point
I want
at
this.
things, and then all of a sudden,
The next
my
day,
house will
We'll have
yeah,
Amazon boxes.
Amazon boxes, yeah.
So
Glad we're not in the States.
what was that other thing? Oh, it can even recognize TV shows and movies.
And music.
And music.
Yeah.
And movies.
Which really goes back to Amazon's core business.
Yeah.
It really makes it easier for you to buy stuff. Like for example, you have something that I see and hey, dude, can I take a picture of that? Right? I just take a picture of it. I mean, what do you call it again? Firefly it. Is
And
it
then
gonna be a
Firefly it?
Yeah, Firefly it. Like Google it. Okay.
If the phone succeeds, yeah.
Yeah, imagine Fireflying. See, there you go.
It's like, you know how it normally works? Like, oh, where'd you buy that? Oh, I can find it in this mall
Yeah,
and that shop. None of that anymore. You're just like,
just take a photo and there you go.
and then the next day it just arrives in
Yeah.
your house.
You know what this is gonna be bad for?
What? Like brick and mortar.
Brick and mortar stores.
Like mom and pop.
Because
stores.
okay, you go to your neighborhood brick and mortar store,
Yeah.
and then you see something. Hey, this is cool, right?
Yeah.
You discover it because
you
of
just
them.
Firefly it.
You Firefly it.
I think I read an
then you can
article
buy it.
somewhere about that. That's becoming a problem. Like
It
people,
is.
people go to stores and just
Yeah.
Amazon it,
Yeah. So
And this
you
will make
discover
it
it
worse.
via their store.
but you don't buy
But
it.
you don't buy it from
them.
It's a sad thing, but you know what? We're gonna have to roll with technology.
Yeah, and really smart move by Amazon, and it also recognizes numbers apparently.
Yes, and like for example, the phone number that they showed
Doesn't exist, invalid.
does not. No. The phone number that they showed had the number 8.
Right.
The problem with the number 8 was that there was a
Glare.
light, there was a glare from the image, but Firefly knows that number does not exist. So the glare, which made the 8 look like a 3, Firefly knew that it wasn't a 3.
I'm curious
Doesn't
though.
need.
What if that number was valid?
Then you'll have a problem.
Then it'll call that. Get that other number.
Okay, just so it's clear, the number here presented was area code 206 and then 708-9951.
But because of
Now,
the glare,
the glare blocked the 8 and it made it look like a 3. So if you look at the photo of what Firefly saw, Firefly basically saw 206-703-9951. But because 703 is not a valid number, Firefly knew right away to make it 708.
yeah, it just does it over again,
Yeah.
right? It just
But-
tries again.
Like the moment they globalize, how are they going to do that?
Yeah.
Will they get a database from PLDT, from Globe, from Smart?
I guess it'll depend
From-
on your account already by that point, right?
Yeah,
Where you're located. This is another smart thing. Like that thing you mentioned, the phone numbers and with text, they don't scan the entire thing and send that. It actually parses the image for the letters themselves, the numbers themselves, and that's what they send over. So instead of uploading like a here the example is 2 megabytes versus 13 kilobytes.
Okay.
So it'll be a lot more responsive.
Okay, the way what they're basically doing is when you send the picture to Firefly,
Yeah.
it doesn't send the picture
entire
itself.
photo.
What it does is it basically, I guess because of the file size, either it takes out all the pertinent details.
Yeah.
And for example, in this case that we're looking at, it's just text. So it gets the outline of the text, and then it only sends that. rather than sending the whole photo.
So much smaller.
But you know what? Until we get a sample phone and we can test it with, because you know
How reliable
how
that
reliable
really is.
it is. Because maybe sometimes you'll have like a photo with an image of numbers, but the numbers are, because of the lack of contrast, the phone or the app might have a difficult time taking that out
Yeah.
and sending it. But if it works,
Then
wow,
that's really crazy.
super.
And yeah, they mentioned that there's a Firefly button, which we talked about.
Yeah.
Probably it's the same one as the camera. You'd have to hold or press. And then
Hold on. Can you go back? It says anytime, anywhere in 1 second.
Exactly.
So what does that mean? In 1 second, that means
It should like give you a result.
okay. So as soon as you send it to them, within a second, they give you back the results.
Yeah. Unless they mean
Oh.
1 second, like
Yeah, you press 1 second.
or you scan it and then the scanning is part of it. That would be amazing if the scanning was part of the 1
No,
second.
even if the scanning wasn't part of it.
It's still pretty fast. Yeah.
Sorry, Siri.
Yeah. Seriously.
Siri's really slow.
Really stupid. And they're releasing SDK, so they're gonna open it up to developers. And then here was the thing that everybody was like raving about. What's up with the 4 cameras in front?
Yeah. So okay, we before the show started,
We had our own theories.
we had
right?
our own theories. You were thinking, full UI.
Yeah.
You can control the UI with the, like.
I thought it was gonna be like holographic, like just wild,
Yeah.
just really wild.
And I was being, oh no, come on, please, let's not do that. The last thing I want people to see me doing is this.
Just to like go through the phone.
Yeah, I'd rather use my fingers anyway.
Yeah.
But it ends up, you know what?
It's somewhere in the middle.
Were you pleased by it?
I think. Okay, right now what they showed, it's not enough. I think at this point it seems like it's overkill that they put 4 cameras, right?
Yes.
But because there's an SDK and because they're gonna do
Then app developers will be able to use this properly. Okay, so guys, just for you to understand, if this was the phone, there are 4 cameras, 1 on each corner.
Yeah.
And the reason for which is because when you're using your phone this way, your hand is probably here, and you'll be blocking 1 camera, and so they need the 2 cameras. And if you're holding your phone this way, you'll be blocking again 2 cameras. So you still have 2
it actually only needs 2 cameras.
It
right?
only needs 2 cameras because it's stereoscopic.
Right.
It's 3D. So like in 3D cameras that they use for shooting movies, there are 2 cameras side by side, which gives depth. So the software is able to translate size, distance. And so therefore, using that technology, if for example, I'm looking at the Maps app, if I do this to my head, the map will move a little bit here. It'll tilt to show supposedly
perspective.
what's covered
Right.
by your screen. I mean, by the edge of your screen.
And people do that naturally these days. Like,
Yeah, they
right?
do. Like, so instead of you having to, just move it a little bit
Yeah,
to the
you could
left,
actually
you just move your
turn-
head to the right so that you could see what's supposedly under the. And the thing is, when I was watching that video, that teaser video,
Yeah.
and people were all just going like that. I thought, you know what, if you're going to control your phone that way.
And yeah.
But if you're looking at something, like for example, you have a game, you design a game, and for example, it's a 3D game, like a shooter game. Can you imagine if you do this to your head, you can
They already do that.
check out, if there's an enemy up there that's trying to aim for you.
They already do that in some ways with the Kinect and stuff.
Yeah,
So with a phone, that would be
it makes sense.
yeah. But
But you know what? Really, putting in 4 cameras for that, to me, right now is overkill.
right now, exactly.
Because I don't know yet exactly how people are going to use this.
Plus, we haven't like used it like in
Yes.
person, right? I'm
Yes.
sure it's really different
Probably.
compared to like just watching a
Yes.
video.
It's like how people give the 5C, the iPhone 5C, such a bad
Right.
reputation just because it's, what's that?
Plastic.
unapologetically plastic, right?
But when you actually hold it, it's
But
not
when you
so
actually
bad.
hold it, it's sturdy.
Right.
It's a sturdy phone that feels really solid.
Or the Nintendo 3DS, you think like, oh, it has 3D, okay.
Yeah.
But when you actually use it,
It's cool.
It's nice, yeah, it's nice to have. One thing though about the 4 cameras is, we got into a fun conversation here. It's constantly watching you.
Okay.
Right? Like always on, non-stop, 24/7.
Who would like to have a phone with cameras 24/7 on?
That's tracking your face, your head.
Because the purpose is to track your face, right?
Right.
But the thing is, can you imagine how many phones are in the bathroom?
But then
I'm serious.
You'd be pointing it like, it's not like you're gonna do that.
It doesn't matter.
True. That's true. But then those photos, where are they going? It might.
How do you know?
That's the thing, though. It depends on how Amazon approaches this. Remember when Apple announced Touch ID? They kept saying the fingerprint, it's secure.
Yeah, it's just on the phone.
It's just
on
on
a
the
chip.
phone. It's if Amazon really drills down or really emphasizes this is local only, it's not going
Yes.
anywhere, then maybe it's okay. But you know what's funny? They didn't say that. Well, I didn't watch the entire conference. Like
Yeah,
we were following a live blog.
following a live
But they
blog.
would have mentioned that, right?
Yes, they
And
should have
I-
because everyone on social media
Yeah.
was talking about
Yep.
it,
That's
right?
that's creepy. That's really
super
creepy.
creepy. Imagine 4 cameras just constantly on.
Just-
And I wonder how much battery this thing's gonna take up.
I have a feeling they did it in such a way that it wouldn't be like a
Maybe
deal
they have a
breaker.
special chip
Could be.
that uses the camera in a low power state, and which doesn't really but they're showing videos of what
That's-
the cameras take,
That's
and
tough. Like low power state, do all of that. Like
yeah, no, but like the motion chip of
that's different though. That's very
but
different.
Still,
right?
we don't know. We're not engineers.
Yeah.
We don't know what they can
But
do.
the one thing that I think the one way they could get out of this is if they really say it's local only.
It's local only. Nothing
Right.
goes out. Nothing's sent to us. Nothing sent to
Devs can
anyone. Yeah.
access that in a way that
But I
they'll
have
see
a
your
feeling,
face.
honestly, I have a feeling things are sent.
Yeah, I do.
Look.
Because they mentioned before that the reason why they're so good at tracking heads is because they've been analyzing millions of images from thousands of faces from all around the world. That's what it says on their slide.
Exactly.
So why would they not send
No, not
those
only
faces,
that.
right?
What's their core business?
Selling stuff.
To sell.
Right.
How do you sell properly?
By like targeting it.
Recommending you
Yeah.
products that you like.
Right.
So if this phone the phone's camera is constantly on, and Firefly has the ability to recognize things around you,
I don't think it's gonna. That's like a.
it works. No, but if you think about it,
They could, but that's a very. That would be evil, I think. And I don't think they would. And I don't think that's happening. I honestly think that
you're
when.
such a nice guy.
No, seriously. I think
Dude,
if.
this is business.
I know, but
If that thing's currently on, you
Even-
might as well
even-
get data.
even
You know,
like-
it's not as if you're sending like the images.
right.
But,
But like.
if they're sending you cues like, oh, I just saw
It's not like.
a Canon camera there.
Like. Okay, here. Imagine the head tracking, right?
yeah.
I don't. This phone, hands down, I'm not an engineer, but I'm telling you right now, it's not advanced to track your head and recognize the object at the same time that's on your shelf. Unless this is how you use your phone. I'm using my Fire phone. I'm holding my new book like this. That's the only way that would happen. If it was tracking your face and you have a book on your desk behind you, there's no way.
Okay,
No
wait,
way in
hold
hell
on.
they can do that.
But you are talking about when you're holding your phone
Right.
towards your face.
Right. Oh, here.
Or when it's down on
It's
the
not
table
gonna-
and it sees other things.
It's not gonna be on when you're doing that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Come on.
You know what? If they did do that, nobody would buy this phone. If you were handling this phone and you put those things on it,
I know, like what
I'm
if
pretty sure people would
like
just
what
like
if I
not
have
buy your phone.
like what if I have a dock in my bathroom, right?
And then it's just facing
you
up.
dock it there and then I take
just
a
watch,
bath, right?
Oh,
Can
he
you
likes
imagine?
using this soap
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
shampoo.
But
Here.
the thing is, it can see other things of me.
Yeah. And it will like keep those images, right? So it can track your body.
Hey, it's a
better.
head.
But seriously though, I don't think they're gonna do that. And if anything, okay, Amazon, you just mentioned your example about the Lord of the Rings book,
Yeah.
right? Would that same company like just throw away all the customer trust by doing something like that.
Dude,
I
I
don't
didn't
think
say
so.
customer trust. I said customer service. I like them because of their customer
Okay.
service. Now, this may improve their customer service
Right.
by improving what they will recommend to you.
But what they said.
Can you imagine without you going to your browser? Because
Right.
currently that's how they do it.
Right.
Through your browser, they know what you've been looking at,
Yeah.
right? Here, you don't even have to touch your browser. You're just using your phone. You go everywhere.
Yeah.
It goes everywhere with you. It sees what you see, basically, depending on the angle of where you're pointing it at.
But I really don't think Amazon's going to do that. Here's why. This is one of the lines that he
Do
says.
you remember like 10 years ago, we were all saying Microsoft was evil?
Yeah.
Who was a good...
Apple?
No.
Google?
Who are the good guys?
Google. What, now it's flipping around?
Now, who are the bad guys now?
You know what, here.
It's
people-
Google, right?
You see comments calling them evil, but the stuff that they're actually doing, it's not really that evil. It's just like this weird internet
No,
commenter
but it's
thing.
AdSense. You know, it's AdSense. It's finding out what you like and, you know...
But like as a business, they're not fundamentally
yeah,
evil.
this is for some other time. Let's
Okay.
Let's
but
go
here-
back.
No, back to this though. This is why I don't think Amazon's going to do that. Because before they even showed the phone, he asked them, what is the most important thing Amazon has done in the last 20 years? And then there was this giant slide and it said, earn trust with customers. If they do that stupid head track butt Firefly your shit behind you, oh shit, we're not supposed to say that.
Hey,
Stuff,
wait a minute. But
they're going to lose all that trust.
But you're not doing anything bad if you don't get caught. Right?
True, but I don't know. I really don't think that's Amazon.
Not that that's how I live my life. I'm just saying.
It sounds like it.
Right?
Yeah. I get you, but you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
Next slide.
Okay, next.
What's next? Of
I
course,
don't know.
it has the Kindle Reader.
Of course,
Right?
and they say it's gonna be good for reading, and you can scroll.
Okay, I have my thing.
Which
I
one?
can't
The
take-
scrolling, the thing.
No, I can't take the icons.
Oh right.
Those are the
One thing though.
those are
wait.
terrible icons. I'm sorry.
Can we look at the icons
You
here?
know what? It looks to me like Palm icons.
Pico, can
Palm
you pull
Pilot.
up the icons?
Palm Pilot
It's in the
icons.
Amazon page.
It's
Here you go. Look at them again. They don't look as bad as here because the coloring was messed up, but they're not that good either. Look at the calculator.
Okay. So fine. Twitter, Skype,
Okay, no.
Pinterest.
The right is third party,
That's
so
third
let's
party,
not mind
yeah.
that. We're talking about the left.
Look at email, man. Come on.
Oh, no, look
Can't you draw a better envelope? Can't you hire like someone who can draw an envelope?
I have
Look
more.
at calendar.
I have
It's like-
more of an issue with calculator, honestly, than email.
I know,
look
but
at calculator.
look at
Look at calculator.
that. What's that?
Look at the calculator.
I know. What the hell's that?
I don't know.
Maps, fine. It looks like a map. It looks like a folded map.
Messaging is not so bad. It's very plain, but it works.
Yeah, it looks
Calendar
like
looks
like
w-
Facebook's messaging.
Calendar looks way too plain. but-
Exactly. It's like there's one date,
True.
right?
My issue is really calculator and Kindle. I mean, look at that. The iOS version is better than that.
Okay, can I see what else is at the bottom? Can I see? Okay, games, Amazon. Okay, fine. It's not as bad as I thought because we were, like I said, we were looking at photos of a projected
Projection.
screen.
So the coloring was really off.
Oh, it was really off, and the exposure was off, especially because if you're shooting in automatic exposure, if you're shooting a dark screen, which they were,
Yeah.
all the bright ones will get overexposed.
I like this. It's like integrated photo tips every
Yeah.
time we talk about pictures. So yeah, the icons you didn't like. But what do you think about the whole scrolling with the accelerometer thing?
Dude, do it again. That's the first thing I
That's
do,
if
man.
you have douchey friends.
I know, and everyone has douchey friends.
I know, but
don't
like,
you?
if
Like
you're-
like your show, the show a while ago, Robot Rice. Won't they do that to you?
Probably.
Because I would do it to you.
But then if you do that to your friend like
Is that an Amazon phone?
if you do that to your friends like every day, like I don't want to be your friend.
No, but it's.
I know, but it's not as bad as like.
the moment I see you doing this, dude, I'm just gonna do that to your hand.
I think you have a
Piss
problem.
you off. No, it's my OCD. If you have your OCD, that's mine.
Okay.
Like when I was young, I loved tripping other people walking. My classmates, not the girls, just the guys.
This is completely different.
No, but
Yeah. I get you. But like, just without that, let's put that impulse
Okay.
aside. I think it's actually, I wouldn't mind having the option to do that. Because
Okay. Is it accelerometer?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's eye tracking.
No, I think it's the head tracking.
Here.
Look. The difference between doing this
Yeah. Here.
and doing this is basically nothing.
This is why it's not head tracking.
How come?
Because when you watch the video,
Wait, they can't see it.
that's okay. They can imagine. People do
They
it.
can imagine.
People do it and they do that.
So while head tracking, you can still do that.
Because you're not gonna, okay, the idea is a scroll, like a scrolling a web page, right? You're not gonna do that to scroll. You just tilt. And the whole idea was you don't have to touch it.
But my point is, from the perspective of the camera,
right.
it's the
What
same.
is it using? Right.
Like if you do this versus you do that,
Yeah.
the camera sees the same thing,
Right.
right?
So doing that could actually be
Yes.
using the head tracking.
It can. But we don't know.
But we don't know. Like a lot of things. Let me see.
Or it can be a combination.
It could be, but then why?
Yeah, why? Right?
I think the ideal thing to use would be to use the
Hey, do you know
accelerometer.
that we've only hit...
I know.
This
I
is
have
like
a-
our third topic.
I have a feeling that this episode is really just the Amazon
I
Fire,
think so too,
Fire
yeah.
phone. It's fine. There's a lot
We
to
have
talk
we
about.
have so many more topics to talk about, but we're sorry, guys. I think this is a big thing.
It's a big announcement.
Amazon is finally joining the
smartphone race.
the smartphone race, and they have all this media to sell to
and
people.
they have a pretty good offering. Because if they announced the phone last night and wasn't that great, we'd talk about it for like a couple
minutes.
of minutes. Yeah.
And the Kindle Fire, really, it's a great device,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I won't compare it to the iPad because it's not. It's
Yeah.
not the same thing. But I think this phone is
Has
awesome.
a good chance,
There's a
right?
chance.
Where were we? I am so lost now. We were the scrolling thing, right? After the scrolling thing, what happened? They were just showing stuff in the UI, like how if you do this, it will bring up a little drawer with like some,
Yeah.
right? So what do you think about all those little touches? Apparently, I think Jeff Bezos said that that's throughout the OS. You'll see stuff like that.
Yeah. Rather than using your thumbs to swipe
Yeah, from the
stuff
edge.
from the edges, which Apple does, and Samsung
Yeah.
and Android. I really think it's the head tracking, just so you know, because they were, even their ad, their video, their teaser video was showing that.
Yeah.
So I think really it's all head tracking. So with that, I think it's a nice way of doing things. Because yesterday I was thinking maybe what Amazon's gonna do is like, how Samsung does you don't have to touch it, just glide
yeah,
your
yeah.
finger, which you'd probably use once, twice, thrice, and then
Or if you bake a lot or something.
and you don't want to touch it, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's not something that mass
Appeal?
not for mass adoption.
Right.
This one though, it will.
Yeah.
It may, right?
It's not like something that you would show off once in a
Once
while.
and never use it again.
There's a chance, but I think it has a bigger chance
Right,
of
it's like
actually
Siri,
being
right?
useful, right? Like Siri. And I think I think we're done with.
Yeah, well, there's more about the SDK, but
Basically, the gist of that is there's potential for more than what we saw.
yes.
So right now it's overkill.
What did they say, by the way, before this? Didn't they announce something like they had so many apps?
I think they have 250,000 something.
250,000.
Around there.
Okay, sorry, we don't have the exact figures.
It's around 200,000. And then BlackBerry related news announced, I think yesterday, that their latest update to BlackBerry 10 will allow access to the Amazon App Store. It's not going to run natively, but they're going to run.
Oh, so finally they're gonna have, what is that your dad needed? Viber?
Viber, right? You know what? I don't get it. Why is there no Viber in the BlackBerry World
I have
store?
no idea.
I don't know if it's just the US or I couldn't find it. But here's the thing. I searched Viber, right? And then there's these paid options that aren't purple but have Viber in them. And then my dad was like, "Oh, there. Why don't you like do it?" I'm like, "No, that's fake." And he's like, "Are you sure?"
Oh, so maybe Viber has third party.
I don't think so, actually.
Well,
It's weird. Anyway, little weird quirk. Anyway, the end of the conference, they had the AT&T dude
Okay,
come
how
out.
do you like?
Come
What
out.
what do you think about being
Exclusive.
exclusive to AT&T?
Okay, let's just say what's happening first. It's exclusive to AT&T, and it's $199 for 32 gigs, which is good because it's not base 16 gig anymore,
Yes.
right? Which is annoying already. And then what's the other one? $299, probably $299
Yeah.
for the for the 64 gig. And that's a 2-year contract from AT&T,
Yeah.
exclusively.
It's usually that way anyway.
Right.
When you bump up your memory double, it's $100 difference.
Yeah.
That's the common thing.
Yeah, I think it should be 50,
Yeah.
but
Though,
that's how it works.
though you know what, I kind of wish they had the $99 option.
16 gig
Yeah, or free,
or free,
right?
or ad supported like the
Yeah, or ad
Kindle
supported.
Fire. But I don't think you want ads on your
Yeah,
phone.
they're not an ad company.
Okay, which do you want to talk about first? The exclusivity or the price?
Either. How about you? Okay, exclusivity. What's your take on it?
I think if
What's
they
the
didn't,
point?
Yeah, exactly. I don't see the point. I think if they didn't need to, which I don't think they do, because Amazon's not new to selling hardware, right?
Yes.
When you buy Kindles and you buy their tablets and you buy their TV thing, their box, you buy that straight from Amazon, just directly from Amazon, right?
Yeah.
It works. It's fine. That would have been a great advantage for the phone.
But so you mean it being exclusive to AT&T, there will be no unlocked phones directly from Amazon?
I don't think so. Because I looked at their
Wow.
page and it
Okay.
doesn't seem like it.
Okay, let's backtrack. Hey, what's this? Why do I have this?
A Loom band.
Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. Now, Apple did this with the iPhone.
Right. The first iPhone.
iPhone with AT&T as well. But there was a reason. Reason being is that they were the first ever phone manufacturer that said, no, you may not add stuff to our OS. You may not do this, you may not do that, you may not do this, da, 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 da. And they were, in fact, in talks with T-Mobile first, right? You remember?
I think.
Okay, I think it's T-Mobile. That didn't go well.
Yeah.
They said, no way, that's not our business model. And so Apple had to go to AT&T, and AT&T said, all right.
But that was the old days. It's very different
So
now.
yeah. What I'm trying to say here is,
There was a reason
in
to
that
do that.
sense, it made sense.
Yeah. It
Right?
works. Yeah.
Okay. Now the thing is, today, Apple's been out there doing this to every carrier in the world. So all the carriers all over the world kind of know about this thing already. So if Amazon had something, I don't.
And there are
See
Android
why.
phones that do it,
Yeah.
right? Like you have the Moto
No,
X.
yeah, because Apple introduced it,
Yeah.
and so the carriers
It's
became
Basically,
it
what
became
we're
normal.
saying is it's different these days. You don't.
Yes,
that's-
it's no longer totally controlled by the carriers, which it used to be.
Oh, just to confirm what you were saying, if you look at the Amazon page, it says Fire Phone 32 gig AT&T, and it says here plan options from AT&T. It's
really all
it's
AT&T.
definitely exclusive from AT&T.
So
There's no unlocked
do you
version.
think this is going to be like the first iPhone,
I think
wherein for one whole year you could only buy it in
Yeah.
the States,
definitely because
just in the States.
they're really limiting themselves.
But
by
there's
doing
Amazon
this.
UK.
True.
There's
But
Amazon in other countries.
they're-
So you mean they won't be available there?
I think they're probably gonna launch if not a
Later
year,
on.
months, right?
Okay.
That could be a thing. But I think maybe for the next phone, they shouldn't.
Okay,
be
so
exclusive.
who do you think is their market?
Their dedicated Amazon. But actually, you know what? I thought that at first because I thought they were gonna sell this like the tablet, cheaper,
Yeah.
direct from Amazon, unlocked.
Take a hit.
Yeah,
Take a hit from the sale.
get them in your ecosystem.
Get them in your ecosystem. Make them buy more of your products.
Yeah, and the phone is such a central part of like your life.
And it's always with you.
And it's always with you.
And when you think of something, you just take out your phone
and Firefly it.
Exactly.
And I don't know. I think they really limited themselves by going exclusive.
I think so too.
So maybe there's some reason that we don't know, some inside baseball stuff.
Maybe AT&T is giving them some special consideration.
Yeah, or money even.
For something. Yeah. No, but you know what? To me, I think if they were really happy about the phone, they should have gone global.
Yeah.
In fact, even if it not necessarily making it available via Globe or Smart or like in the Philippines, but allowing people like us
to purchase the phone.
Purchase it unlocked so we can use it locally.
Yeah.
Right? Because what's going to happen here is they're going to limit it only to the United States. Here's another thing. This being locked, I think, takes out the geek buyer, because the geeks don't like being shackled.
They want to buy a Nexus. They want to buy it straight from
Google.
Yeah,
they want to buy an unlocked phone that they can do anything with, right? They can move to whatever carrier they want.
Right.
So I think it's a big thing, and you know what? So many people on the internet are geeks.
True. And a lot of this, but the thing about this phone though is it doesn't appeal to geeks only, right? Like all those Amazon.
Well, I don't think it appeals to geeks anymore.
Right.
After last night.
But what I mean is they have enough stuff, like their whole Amazon ecosystem, that appeals to the regular Amazon customer that's not necessarily a geek.
Yeah.
To make this phone succeed. But I think there was potential for so much more if they did not go exclusive and they didn't go with that price.
But I don't want to be someone saying all of these negative things without knowing, reasons for doing this.
Right.
We don't know. Maybe they have valid reasons.
But just from our perspective, it looks like
I'm thinking maybe they wanna test it out.
Right.
In their market,
could be a good.
It's a smaller market, though the United States is big. It's still much smaller than the whole world. They can fix it up maybe by version 2 or version 3.
Sort of like the iPhone. It's
exactly
pretty much the same, right?
Yeah.
You go 3G next, and then
so let's be nice to Amazon, and maybe maybe they'll decide to sponsor us.
Wow. Or actually, Audible.com.
Audible. Yeah, shh. They haven't paid.
Okay. The other thing, the price, $199 for 32 gigs. I like that it's 32 gigs, but I really wish they went lower, because $199 is that's a regular flagship smartphone price.
$199 for 32 gigs is common.
Isn't it $199 for 16 gigs is common?
No, isn't it 16 gigs is free now with contract?
Not with the 5S.
No, but you get a lower model phone. Like I think you get the 4S for free.
Possibly.
Right?
Yeah. Or the 5 now. There's no more 4S. Yeah, whatever.
So I think.
But I just just looking at.
They should have taken a hit.
Yeah.
Basically, they should have taken a hit because they're not a hardware. That's not their core business.
That's not where they're gonna make the money, right?
Yeah, they're gonna make money from people using the phone.
Yeah.
Buying stuff.
And just being part of that ecosystem. And that's exactly their approach with the Kindle Fire, the tablets, right?
Yep.
Everybody was saying it's not as great as an iPad or like maybe a really high-end Android, but it's really affordable. What was it, like $300 or something like that, right? I thought they were going to do this with the phone. Maybe people were saying maybe free, right? Maybe $99.
They should have.
I think they should have. But let's wait, because obviously we're just assuming stuff at this point, but that's what I think.
Okay, so anyway, what do we do?
One last thing.
Yeah.
One last thing. They did help out with the price though. It's $199, but every phone comes with 12 months of Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So that kind of helps, because Amazon Prime's like what, $99?
I'm not sure.
I think it's around $99 now. So that kind of lessens the.
It's maybe it's almost $10 per month.
Yeah. So if you want to, you could consider that like bringing down the phone's price in a way, right? Anyway, you were saying.
Yeah. So what's up next? Are we gonna go?
Should we still do that, or
Yeah,
how long have we been going?
Done. Because I think we've used all the time for Amazon.
We had some cool stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
One last thing, probably.
Yeah,
You wanted to mention something.
I can't find it. Oh, here you go.
Right.
Where is it?
I think you're talking about zillion.ph,
Yes, I am, but I'm looking for it right now. So, okay, zillion.ph. There's this Sony A7 body. I'm a photographer, so I like this. It's 90 grand right now from 100,500 pesos. So that's 10% off. And if you use our promo code, which is PTTENOFF, which stands for PT, PutoTech, 10 off, you will get 10% more off of it. So use the promo code, let zillion.ph know, our sponsor, that you heard it from us, and that's the way to support the show.
Yeah. Could I buy that? I was asking this, Robert Rice. Could I buy that camera and use our code?
Of course you can.
What'll happen?
I don't know.
Will money come back to me?
I don't know.
How does that work?
Maybe it's better if you make people buy from them for you and use the promo code.
And then the money.
Like you go, hey mom, can you buy me this camera
That is so
and
messed
use
up.
this promo code?
That is so messed up. I hope Zillion.ph is not watching. Anyway, that was PutoTech, or the Amazon Fire Phone show. If you want to find more, you can go to putotech.com/contact if you want to send like tips.
Yeah.
We haven't had one of those in a
Just
while.
go to putotech.com and then there's a contact page there. Just press that and
Send a question,
send us whatever.
tip, anything.
Yeah.
And then if you want to subscribe, we're on iTunes. Just search for PutoTech.
If you're looking for a boyfriend, you can just
If you're looking for a boyfriend, women only. Or you can go to nmftv.com to watch our podcast and other podcasts of NMF. And you can search for us on YouTube by searching for New Media Factory or
you know what? It's actually easier now.
PutoTech.
Because we are a YouTube partner, right?
Right.
YouTube has just given us
A URL.
youtube.com/NMFTV.
Okay, so wait,
it's
what
easy.
is it? youtube.com/.
NMFTV.
That's it.
That's it.
And it goes straight to the channel.
It goes straight.
Okay, you know what? Next time, I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Just simplify everything.
Yeah.
Okay, see you guys next week, I guess.
Goodbye, putos!
The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.